All right, we are live on YouTube. I'm just waiting on the video to connect on my other monitor so I can grab that link and put it in our free business mastermind group so that our members can join us easily and conveniently here on YouTube. Just waiting on this link to show up. There it is. Let me grab this link. All right, we're going to drop it right in the group. All right, I'm just waiting on it to post and spiral. Come on, come on, come on. All right, great. Now let me just make sure I can see the live chat. And I can, so we can officially get started. Oh, let me add some lights so that I'm not cycling. There you go. That's probably a little better. All right, let's get started. Welcome to the Her First Six Figure Morning Show that is an interactive coaching and training experience as part of our free business mastermind group to position Black and Brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to generate your first six figures by learning how to make the money and create time freedom. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/structures. Put an S on the end of that. So that is shaycannon.com/structures with an S, okay? Because what we are talking about this week, we're continuing our operation stuff, okay? So operational structure for increased revenue, all right? Because most entrepreneurs think about making more money. They obsess over marketing tactics and shiny funnels. But let's be real, that's just surface level stuff. The real power move is in operations. So behind every smooth running, revenue generating business is a backbone of structure, systems, and internal departments doing their job without the constant chaos. So, for our online service based solopreneurs wearing all the hats, this is the difference between burning out and breaking through. Okay. Building operational systems isn't busy work, it's your hidden profit engine or driver. It's what transforms daily scrambling into sustainable success and turns your business into something you can scale, not just survive. So, if hitting your first six figures feels like a mystery, it's probably not your talent that's lacking. It's your infrastructure. All right. And that's just the introductory paragraph. Let's get into today's strategy for getting that operational structure. Okay. So the first department we're going to talk about is your administrative and support task department, okay? You need to streamline admin tasks for higher profit. Administrative and support tasks aren't the sexy part of business. They aren't. I know, I get it. But they're absolutely the part that can make or break your day as profitable or not. Good morning, Chantilly over there on the YouTube side. These are the behind the scenes duties that seem small until they pile up and steal hours that you swore you didn't have. Okay. And when there's no system in place to handle them, everything feels urgent. Everything feels personal. And suddenly you're running a customer service desk instead of running your company. So picture this. You sit down to work on revenue generating tasks, but instead you're buried under reschedule requests, follow-ups, and quick questions that aren't actually quick. This isn't about being disorganized. It's about not having structure in place to protect your time, your energy, and your role as a business owner and CEO. All right. Now, that's what's in the blog. But you know, here on this morning show, we give you more. So I'm going to go to my show notes. Cool beans. Now, first, I want you guys to know that I have two older blog posts. One is about structure, which is why today's blog post, you have to add the S on the end to get the updated version. Because the old version of structure, where we're talking about look at your business as having departments, is just structure without the S. But I also have another older blog post for you to check out. And that is at shaycannon.com/systems, where it's introducing you to creating systems for your business. Okay. Now, those are great past posts. But today, what we're going to do is go deeper than either of those posts. Okay. Now, the strategies that we're going to talk about today are the structure you need to be putting around your admin tasks. Okay. We're talking structure this week. That's what operations is. The structure, how you're using your resources, okay? How are you structuring things to work and quote unquote operate? So when it comes to admin tasks, I have 10 strategies for you to start putting structure around admin and support tasks, all right? Number one, create an email inbox triage protocol. Okay. Create an inbox triage protocol. Now, what that means is set up fixed times during the day or during the week that you check certain emails, check DMs, categorize messages by urgency, and determine what gets a reply, what gets delegated, and what gets ignored. Okay. This helps prevent inbox babysitting from becoming your full-time job. Now, let me tell you something else about your inbox or your email setups. I have in my business two main emails. I have info@shaycannon.com, and I have another one that I'm not going to say what it is, okay? Because all of my customer service emails are going to go to info@shaycannon.com. That is the one that is monitored. Okay, that is the customer support email. I have another one that is my email as the CEO of my business, and I use that for other stuff. Okay, now there is a third email that I use, and it is a Gmail, and it is a junk email for my business that I sign up with stuff with. And this allows for my customer service email to get mostly just customer service emails. Y'all are using one email for all the things, and you wonder why you got 11,000 emails in there and why you're missing stuff. Okay, so even if it's just you in your business, you still need an assistant email. Even if you play as the assistant or one day you hire an assistant, y'all don't need to be operating out of the same email address. Okay, so I have one for myself, I have one for the client service, and I have a junk email for my business. Any tech, anything that doesn't that my assistant would need access to is signed up by that junk email. Okay, anything that has to do with me, for example, speaking engagements and money stuff like my Stripe and all of that kind of stuff is signed up under my email. Anything dealing with my money signed up under my email. Okay, so y'all need to start thinking about how are you setting up these emails, because how you set them up is going to be the start of how often you got to get in there and look at stuff. How often you got to get in there and get trash emails and spam emails out of your customer service email. Okay, so keep that in mind. Number two, use email and DM templates. Okay, use email and DM templates. Write reusable responses for frequently asked questions, for inquiries, and scheduled requests. Okay, also, when it comes to your delivery of stuff, for example, if you have an email after your discovery call, right? It should have the same structure, even if you're putting in different recommendations. It should have basically the same structure. So this is what we mean by templates. This slashes response time and keeps communication on brand without draining your energy every time someone sends, hey, quick question. Because you know those questions are never quick, right? Or every time that something has to go out. This is why when I am training an admin, one of the things I add to their onboarding homework is to look at the folder structure in the email and to look at past sent emails, because I want them to see how things are going. How were templates used in the past? What emails are going into what folders as a sorting organization? Okay, so use email and DM templates. Number three, implement a booking only calendar system. Okay, so stop manually juggling appointments. Use a tool or a platform that lets clients book from your set availability only, with automatic buffer times to protect your focus and sanity. Okay, automatic days where there are no appointments allowed. Each one of my appointment types has its own availability. So there is a different availability for my discovery calls than there are for my actual paid strategy sessions, than there are for my actual retainer client weekly meetings. All of these have different appointment types. They have different availabilities and different schedules of on, off closed times around them. Keith said he used Calendarly. I don't know why I can't talk today. I use Acuity. If you have Go High Level, they have booking inside of it. I have not tried to migrate mine over to that yet. It's not a priority for me. So yeah, these different ones of scheduling platforms are great. They allow you to set those appointment types, the availability for them. They also allow you to give a link and give people like it might give somebody the 3 next time slots on your schedule or something like that. But I send people a link, even if it's somebody who I'm going to say, treating like a super duper VIP, and I'm talking back and forth with them about availability. I am still using my calendar from my Acuity, and I still plug them into Acuity, and they still get all of the emails and stuff from Acuity. Okay. Number 4, set client communication boundaries. I can't say that enough. So create and communicate clear rules about how clients can reach you, when they'll get a response, and what channels they should be using, or what channels are off limits. This sets expectations and stops the text around 10 p.m. nonsense, or text on a Saturday craziness, all of that kind of stuff. Okay. Now I'm going to go you one more. It should be possible for you to put all of your business communication apps and platforms on your iPad, on your computer, on your business phone, so that you have a phone that is for your personal life and your personal use. Okay. So I have 2 phones, and my business phone is not even connected to a network. It's Wi-Fi only. Okay. My iPad is used for business. My laptop is used for business. My phone, my personal phone, is not used for business. And if you know me personally and you send me a business message on that personal phone, you are met with quick and swift, what feels like violence. Because get out my personal phone with that mess. Okay. Because without that line of demarcation, what happens is, even when you're supposed to be off, business stuff is reaching you. So are you truly off? If my brain starts working out your problem on my self-care Saturday, I'm mad as hell. Okay. So I don't like for people to inbox me about business on my personal phone, but I have a separation. So if they're using the proper channels, it's not going to reach me if I'm off. And even if they do send something at 10 o'clock, I'm not going to see it until the next business day during business hours. So do your part too. Number 5, develop a weekly admin block of time. Okay. Designated 1 block of time each week for admin cleanup, inbox clearing, checking your schedule and cleaning up the schedule, filing documents in the right place, doing check-ins on the task and on projects. No more drip drop admin interruptions all throughout every day. Set time aside. Okay. Now, if you got so many admin stuff going on, then maybe that time slot needs to be a daily time slot during your business days instead of weekly. But most likely you probably need both. I'm sorry to tell you, you probably need a little time each day and then a big time slot sometime during the week. Number 6, create a quick link hub. Okay. Set a central document or client portal with links to frequently asked questions, policies, reschedule forms, online materials, whatever you got going on. Okay. You'll cut down back and forth emails dramatically, or inboxes dramatically. In our paid membership, we have a what I call a membership dashboard. Same thing as a client portal, because all of their links are there. They can access the Google Calendar there. So it's crazy. Like, anything they need for that month, they can access it from their dashboard. So you can have that for your team. You can have that for your clients. Okay. For me, when I am training and onboarding team members, in their onboarding document, I put a dashboard of sorts with all of the links, all of the logins, and all of the things they need in that one document. So they go back to that document all throughout their tenure with the company. So you could do the same thing. Create some kind of quick link hub for yourself, for your team, for service providers, and for your clients. Number 7, automate appointment confirmations and reminders. Okay, so that's different than the booking link. Okay, this is what happens after they book. After they book, do they get a reminder? After they book, do they get a confirmation to say, hey, you are booked and these are your next steps? Hey, we're 2 days out, 3 days out. Hey, your appointment is tomorrow. Hey, talk to you in an hour. All of that needs to be set up. You shouldn't be doing that manually, but you should be doing it. It should be automatic. Number 8, use an admin task tracker. Now, this is where your project management systems like Asana comes in, but you can also use a Google Doc. I've showed y'all before how you can do checklists in a Google Doc. If you add somebody to that Google Doc, you can assign them an item and you can even put a due date on it, okay? But keep a running checklist or a board of some type of recurring admin tasks. It gives you and your future team, if you don't have a team right now, structure to follow so nothing gets forgotten. Let me tell you how I can always tell when I get too sassy in the pants and think I know what I'm supposed to do every day. When I look up, half of the day is gone and realize I didn't do something I usually do in the mornings. Why? Because, I didn't want to use the checklist today. So I can tell when I'm not following my own processes because something always slips through. So when you put these processes in place, yes, sassy. I be thinking, I'm gonna remember. I got this. I do this every day. I remember. No, 53 don't be remembered. Let me tell you. So make sure that you when you put stuff in place that you actually use your processes. Okay. Number 9, assign triage tags or folders in your email. Okay. Again, especially that customer service email, you should have tags and folders and labels is another word for tags set up so that like emails can be collected together and you know where to go and get them. Okay. I'll give you an example of the product-based business one of my clients have. I have a label for things that come in for the Shopify site that is business related, things that come in for the Shopify site that is financial related, and things that come into the Shopify site that is order related. Okay. I have labels for the fulfillment centers. I have labels for the TikTok shop. I have different labels that come in for the Walmart marketplace because we're on walmart.com. All of that stuff have labels and folders. And that's a part of how I train the admin when they come in. Hey, this is the label I want them to have. These are the different folders they are to go in. So I can go and look at the email, go in and look. And if I'm looking at the inbox and I don't see labels, then I know that you haven't been in this inbox for a while doing what you're supposed to do. So this is a way for you to know what to do now, what to do later, maybe even have your admin have things that may need to be forwarded to you. So that's one way. A more general example would be action needed, awaiting response, delegate to a VA. I have labels in my own email about podcasts. I have labels for that follow leads. Like, did we talk? Did you fill out the form? Was a discovery call booked? That type of stuff. I kind of create a pipeline with these labels. So you could do the same to triage your email inbox. All right. Last but not least is number 10, create a client inquiry intake form. We've talked about this over and over again, right? This should be a part of your booking process. Nobody should be able to book without filling out some type of inquiry form. Okay, some type of intake form. It does not have to be 75 questions, okay? But you do need to at least be able to understand who this is that you're about to get on a call with, okay? Or continue the conversation with so that you can start to segment them out, so that you can start to understand whether or not they are your target or not. So qualifying questions should be on your intake form, even if it's not a long form. And any form that's over 10 questions should not be an intake form. That should probably be some type of assessment form after this. But you don't need 40 questions for somebody to book a phone call, okay? All right, so those are the 10. Now, the question for today and we'll start with Dr. Tachi, is what administrative/support tasks do you need to put systems around so that more time can be spent on MMAs or money-making activities? Let me throw this over here. Chantilly's over here on YouTube. So I'm gonna put the question over there for her and those that are watching but not speaking. All right, cool beans. Now I'm going to go back through the 10 without all the extra, and then we're going to go to Dr. Tachi for our question of the day. All right. So these are 10 actionable strategies to put structure around your admin/support stuff. Okay. So number 1 was create an inbox triage protocol. Okay. And that is about how many times a day are you going to be checking it, all that kind of stuff. Number 2, use email and DM templates, or sometimes we call them scripts. Number 3, implement a booking only calendar system that should be automatic. That's where you use the platforms, Calendly, Acuity, Go High Level. Number 4, set client communication boundaries. All right. Number 5, develop a weekly admin time block. Again, you might have to have daily and weekly, but at least weekly. Number 6, create a quick link hub or document. Number 7, automate appointment confirmation and reminder messages or emails. That was number 7. Number 8 is use an admin task tracker. That could be a whole project management system. It could be just a task management system. It could be a Google Doc. Number 9, assign triage tags, labels, or folders in your email inboxes. Number 10, create a client inquiry intake form. Okay, doesn't have to be in depth, but we need something where we can qualify them for these calls, okay, or pre-qualify them. All right, let's go to Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi, what administrative support tasks do you need to put systems around so that more time can be spent on your MMAs?
Separate junk emails.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably blew y'all away with that one, huh? Yep. I feel like half of the work that we have to do in our email inbox is because you haven't separated these emails out. Everything don't have to go to your official email inbox that's for your clients, or you're going to lose some clients because their email got buried in stuff that shouldn't even be in there. So yes, I like that one, Dr. Tachi. All right, let's go to Dr. Toya. What administrative support tasks do you need to put systems around so that more time can be spent on MMAs?
I think creating the I forgot how you said it, but where I keep track of all of the links and the logins. Yes. I'm notorious for messaging my VA like, what's that link, or how do I get here, or what's the password for this? So I need one place where it's just all there and I can just go and access it.
And let me tell you something. So I called it a quick link hub, but you know, I'm good for naming stuff. Call it whatever you want to. I even, when I create SOPs, if there is any link associated with that SOP, any login associated with that SOP, I put all of that on that document. So that anybody, that comes in with the SOP, if it's referring to something, I put it there. It's going to be linked, hyperlinked to what you need to go to. So yes, that's going to be important. Cool beans. Let's go to Cheryl. Cheryl, what administrative support tasks do you need to put systems around so that more of your time can be spent on MMAs?
I'm actually redoing the email system right now with the junk emails. I have a junk email account, but what I just discovered a couple of weeks ago is that Yahoo has started where they divide things into categories. So all you got to do is make sure your emails in there go to those certain categories that are already set up. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have to worry about, I'm trying to remember the different categories, but they've got an all button. So all emails go in one place. And then they've got promo and this, that, and the other. And Gmail does the same thing. So that's very, very helpful.
It is, but you're gonna still need to consider using folders, because see, those are tabs, right?
I have folders.
Yeah.
Under yeah. I can't operate without folders.
Exactly. Cool beans. All right, let's go to Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, what administrative support tasks do you need to put systems around so that more of your time can be spent on MMAs?
I like all of these, and I've started doing these manually. I had a very productive weekend this weekend, and I thought about you because you inspired me to do this stuff. But my question is, like, how much of this is manual, and is any of this automated? Like, can you automate any of this?
So most of this is automated.
Okay. So
So
can you
give
talk
me
about
an
that?
example of one that you're wondering, is it automated?
Mm-hmm. The like when the folders go into your all, and then you wanted to go into, say, another name that you gave a label, like urgent or something. Like, how can you automate that?
So that for me is not automated. That is manual. And it's usually done by, like, I will put the system together and then create the SOP, and then the VA manages the inbox, and that's a part of what they do. Now, with you being AI trained, there may be some type of AI workflow that could be attached, but that is beyond my skill set.
But what do you automate though? You said something you do is automated. So how do you automate what you do?
So I don't automate that at all.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But let's see. The booking only system is automated. The client communication, that's a web page that's shared in our automation. Let's see. Automated appointment confirmations and reminders. The task tracker, once you add a task to it, it can automatically remind you with a deadline if you have assigned it and added a deadline. The intake form is automated. So those are the things that are automated for me and my business. The rest of the things may be templates, so that even if you're doing it manually, you can do it quickly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do I need to tell you which ones have templates?
Yeah, you can tell me which ones have templates. Yes, please. Yeah, my
Okay.
calendar is automated too, like to do the stuff. But yes, your templates is good because I did write that down.
So the inbox triage has the SOP, right? So it has guidance. I have email and inbox templates for any communication that goes out to clients or as responses to people who are inquiring on certain things. Like there are people who inbox me for partnerships. There are people who inbox me to speak and stuff like that. There is a template or script that should go out to them. If you will remember, we did a whole week on speaking. And remember, I gave y'all all of those templates on what to kind of send out. So we have those in place. Client communication boundaries, that's on a web page. Let's see. Weekly admin block. There's a SOP and a checklist for that. Quick link hub, like I told you, anything that I'm doing. So I might have the same link in multiple places because it might appear on an SOP. It might appear on the top of a document that we're using for task management. It might appear in a card on our actual project management board. So that quick link stuff, that is a template or a script. Let's see. Reminders are automated. Admin task tracker. So as you know, once you put that in a document manually, then it starts to automate if you assign and add a deadline. The tags and the folders, that's a SOP. And let's see, the intake folder was automated. So that was everything. So wherever you can't automate and you have to be manual, you should have something in place that makes that manual process quicker. I'll give you another example. You guys know that in the mornings, for the morning show in your inbox, that is a manual process. However, it takes me less than 10 minutes because there are templates in place. So it's not automated, but it doesn't take me long to do it because all I'm doing is plug and play and send. Plug, play, and send, or plug, play, and schedule, actually. So if you have to do some manual stuff, that's where the templates and the scripts come into place. All right, let's go to Dr. Ayana. What administrative support tasks do you need to put systems around so that more time can be spent on MMAs or money-making activities?
Good morning, God's children. Thank you so much for this topic, Shay. It's really, really helpful. There's several of them that I have in place currently, and they truly are, as you mentioned, a lifesaver. There's about 3 of them that I do need to add in, though, but the number one among that 3 is probably number 6, creating a quick links hub. I think that would be very, very helpful.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop
Alrighty.
taking some of those efforts with inquiries and clients.
Cool beans. Let's go to Keith. Because Keith, I don't think you put it in oh, you said you got Calendly, but that was early. Oh, there you go, Keith. So Keith said, I'm currently using Zoho Mail for my business. Even though I have the newsletter folder in my business email, it's still taking up hella space and storage. I have to first clean up my email and then proceed with creating a separate email for this filth. Yeah, yeah. We be so you know, when we start paying for that damn email with our domain on it, we start using that thing for everything, not understanding that we're creating chaos in our inbox. So yeah, you feel free to use your Gmail for your junk email. Just create one for your business. Don't use that as official correspondence though, because you'll lose credibility. But definitely sign up for your like go in all of your platforms and all of your tech and change the email over to that Gmail. And then you can leave your actual domain email for getting client stuff in that doesn't get buried. So that's a first step. Now, eventually I want you to have a whole separate email than the actual general support email, but you don't have to start off with that. So just keep that in mind. All right, Shantali says email and DM templates and daily, weekly administrative times would help me. Yeah, I know. That's why I started with admin, because tomorrow we're going to start talking about marketing stuff that you need to be creating structure around. But today we talked about just generally having operational structure, and specifically around admin tasks and support tasks. Does anybody have any questions, any value adds, or any aha moments so far? Cool beans. So you know this morning show is a huge part of our free business mastermind group. It gives us value. It's like class. And so if you want access to the class notes with the 10 strategies that we shared today, there are only 2 ways to get it. Number 1, if you are in our free business mastermind group, they live in the files section. However, you can get the notes and the entire morning show sent to your email inbox every broadcast day. You will receive 1 email in the morning to remind you to hop on YouTube Live, 1 email in the afternoon that will have a link to the replay of the show and the show notes. Now, you can go to shaycannon.com/show, sign up and get it all in your email inbox, all right? Now, today is a Get Shit Done work session day, but it's for the paid membership only. So you could check your Google Calendar, you could check your member dashboard, and also in a couple of hours, it will be in your private Slack channel for the link to join. It's from 1 to 5 today. Now, if you want to find out more about me, your host, Shay Cannon, or the highly valuable free business mastermind group, the link is below in the description, and so are more details, all right? If you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up and like our episode. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and understand this is just the first email of a 4-email series, so check out the other videos, all right? And with that, oh, you got a question, Dr. LaFera, messing up my end card for YouTube. What would you like, Dr. LaFera?
Sorry, I messed it up. I put it in the chat though. Like, what's the URL for the speaker talk that you were talking about?
Oh, I'll inbox you.
Okay.
I have to find it. All right, y'all have a great day. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all saw that bunny on Dr.